Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. My name's Dave. I have gray hair. I have gray beard. I got glasses just like the guy in the artwork. But yeah, he's a better looking guy than I am. At least that's my personal opinion. So, yesterday I was talking about a bunch of stuff like miniaturization, iPods, and, MP3 players, phones, Walkmans, and stuff like that. And the reason for that was so that you had the ability to have things with you while you were more mobile, right? If you're a baby boomer, you remember all this fun stuff, as I do, because I was a baby boomer. I still am a baby boomer. Now, this podcast is not just for baby boomers, but I want you to think about what those things did for us. They gave us freedoms. You got the Walkman, or you got that portable AM FM radio that took batteries, not a cord, and you could go do whatever you wanted to go do and take it with you. I remember taking that little radio we had in the kitchen down to the basement. When I was playing in the basement, or I was doing something in the basement, or if I was out in the garage working on my bicycle, or whatever it was when I got older, working on my car, washing the wax in my car, or my van, or whatever it was, you took it with you. Mobilization, freedom to move around. That's what it gave us, and that's what was needed. Now, granted, in the 50s, I'm sure they had radios in their car. In the 40s, I'm sure they had radios in their car. I'm not exactly sure when Ford started putting cars in radios, but they're there, right? So you could listen to things while you were doing other things. Today, guys and gals out there, excuse me, if you mow your own lawn, are you listening on headphones, whether it's earbuds or headphones that go over your ears or anything like that while you're mowing the lawn now? Do you see the kids walking down the street going to school? Every one of them has either headphones on or earbuds in. That's so that we can listen to things as we are mobile out in the world. Hence the word mobile phone. But anyway, I mean, it gave us that freedom to go and do other things and include music. I remember going to a beach, taking a portable radio with me. Me and my girlfriend going to the beach or going wherever. We always had music. Always had music going. My dad, when he was at the lumberyard, for all those years that I remember, and I've mentioned this, he always had the radio on. There's always communication going on. Podcasting today is another form of communication that is mobile. Now, podcasting started back in 2003 or 4, I believe. I listened to a lot of podcasts on podcasting, and I'll be honest with you folks. I rarely listen to the radio anymore. I rarely do. I'm listening to podcasts all the time. Now, part of that is because I want to learn. Part of it is it holds my attention. And I don't necessarily know what to listen to nowadays when it comes to music. I keep listening to oldies. And I can't just do that. It's not just oldies that I'm listening to, but it's more of a classic rock kind of a music or things that were around when I was growing up. I just don't know what to listen to now when it comes to the new stuff. I either don't understand it, don't know what, and I'll be honest with you here. A lot of the FM radio stations in my area, the music variations that they give us are very, very, very different than what I'm looking for, And then that's like in the morning if I'm going to work or something. I used to listen to AM radio just to get the weather and the traffic. Well, now now it's all political. It's all somebody hates somebody done somebody wrong song. That And I think you think about it, is that a way to start your day with negativity? I still get up in the morning, I still watch the news, mainly for the weather. That's it. Mainly for the weather. If there's something big and important at the beginning, it's always at the big, at the beginning, and I'll listen to it or watch it, and then I'm off doing other things until 18 minutes after the hour when I know that the weather's going to come on because I work outside. Or if I'm not working that day, I like to be outside or I like to have the windows open. I'm a fresh air person. I'm not a big, huge air conditioning person. I like fresh air. So those are the types of things that I like to do and have communication around me. Now, for a long time, I was listening to talk radio in the afternoons with Rush Limbaugh and all these other guys out there. And I'll be honest with you, I was very informed about one side of the situation or the picture, but I wasn't always getting the other side. And I like to be informed. Um, and it's gotten to the point anymore where I'm more worried about local politics than I am about major politics, national politics, because it affects me closer when I'm worried about what's going on to me in my local area, just like you are. So there's that. But communications and music and it's always been a huge, huge part of my life. I enjoy it and I enjoy being around it. I I will talk more about my life as a truck driver. When I started driving trucks, I started driving for a an entertainment company where we were hauling lights and sound for rock concerts or just regular concerts or events or the auto shows. We did a lot of work for the auto shows, but it was I was around entertainment again. Always comes back to music and entertaining. I enjoy that. So we're at that point now, folks, where it's time for because I can, I believe I must, or because I can, I believe I have to. I want to turn it around a little bit. Some of these things that I'm talking about now is just people whining. But did some research this morning, folks, and I want you to think about what's going on in the world today as compared to, let's say, 60 years ago with the civil rights. The social injustice that was going on back in the 60s was only changed by people talking about it, protesting about it, all those things. So I'm not saying that because I can, I must. If it's socially something that needs to be changed, or a group of people who have been, I don't want to go too deep into this where it was and get political, but if you have been harmed or if your group has been affected negatively, then yes, you have to speak up. Black lives matter. Yes, black lives do matter. I'm a firm believer also. I'm a firm believer also that blue lives matter. We shouldn't be killing people to get a point across. Peaceful protest is what got civil rights passed, the civil rights laws. That's what got it passed. It wasn't going out and shooting people. Getting women, I'm sorry, not woman, women, the right to vote was a movement that needed to be done. All those things were done because somebody had had enough. And I'm okay with that. It's the whiny stuff that bothers me. It's the real things in life that matter that people want to get involved with because it is important. Apartheid. And I keep talking about a lot of bad things when I'm saying this, but there were some crummy things going on back in the day. You know, there really were. And it's sad. But, people stood up for their rights and they did the job that needed to be done. Hooray for them. I am applauding them, folks. Yes. That's me clapping. So on this segment of my show, I'm not only going to talk about the things that I complain about, other people complaining about. I want to start talking about some of the good things that have happened because people have stood up and said, no, no more. I'm not putting up with this anymore. Enough is enough. So think about this, folks. If you're a baby boomer, you've gone through some of this. In 68 with the riots, 1968 with the riots. That was to get us the heck out of Vietnam. A war that I don't believe we should have been in. I think we should not have been in that war. That should not have been our battle. Anyways, let's not get into that right now. Folks, do me a favor. Tell folks about my podcast if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, tell them to make up their own mind. Tell them about it. If they don't know how to use a podcast app, do me a favor, show them. You can go to my website, 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. That's the number 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. I'm on all the podcasting apps, folks. So, from Gray Hair Dave to all of you, have a great day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And we'll talk more tomorrow. Bye-bye.